Driver Dad of Two starts removing the Uber sticker from his car after he receives a strange text from a girl. What could you expect from an Uber driver except for taking you anywhere you want to go, driving you back home? Uber and Lyft drivers are superheroes in all ways as they are responsible for the safety of people riding along with them. Uber and Lyft drivers get to meet many personalities each day. Brandon Gale, one of the drivers, faced an incident that demanded someone to think on their feet. Like any other day, Gale's day started with a ping on his phone, asking permission to accept the requests from the various passengers. He used to look at the requests and react accordingly. He was devoted towards his job, hence keeping his family bit aside. While working, he prioritized his job. Brandon Gale, like any other driver, after completing one ride, was waiting for another one. He wished the next time he gets to drop anyone, it should be nearby his place so that he could get a chance to meet his little kid between the working hours. Brandon Gale was a husband and a father. He played his role efficiently assigned to him. No matter how busy he got, he always finds a way back to his family as he was family-oriented. He considered himself lucky to have a loving wife and an adorable child. Brandon loved his wife and his 2 children that much that he can't think of any other issues apart from his family. His wife, too, trusted him a lot, which in turn made their relationship stronger. Trust was the foundation of their relationship, which indeed helped in maintaining a happy marriage. It was a usual day and Gale was all tight scheduled as he was getting requests from the passengers, which made him cancel many of the requests and accept those which was nearby his house. Gale dropped his first ride to the destination and drove on the way back to his home. He thought of taking some rest before he gets back to work. He turned his car taking the next right and counted time and thought he would reach there in 20 minutes. On his way home, he stopped the car and dialed his wife's number. He heard the ringtone going on like "I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain." Gale sang the song along until he heard "hello" from the other side. He gave a halt to his singing and greeted back as well. Gale, after greeting, informed his wife that he was on the way and was going to come in a while. His wife gave a list of household items that he needed to bring along. He typed those items in a message and headed towards the supermarket to buy the items. While he was busy fetching items, his phone beeped and he could not resist checking it. He received a request from a passenger for an Uber ride. He thought of not receiving it first, but he had to take it as the fare decided was quite decent, hence he accepted. As soon as he managed to dial the number of his wife, his phone again beeped. To his dismay, he did not get any message from the person that he wanted to see. He received something unusual. On seeing those letters of the alphabet arranged in an ordered way, Gale almost lost his decision-making power. He reread the text again and confirmed whether the sentence he was reading was real or not. He could not react instantly, rather took a deep breath and typed a yes as an answer. The typed message was still not clear in his head, but he typed a yes as a response. Was Gale up to something? Was he cheating on his lady? Maybe he was not happy with his married life. But he loved his family, then why was he reacting that way? The message he received was sent by a lady. It looked like Brandon's wife was not aware of the lady who texted him. He went all pale after reading the message and was in a dilemma whether to follow the instructions given by the lady through a text or not. Brandon Gale, after struggling real hard decision to go and take a chance. Little did he know his decision would turn out to be a life-changing experience for him. Keeping aside household items that he bought, he rushed towards his car and put on the key. Before going further, Gale's attention was caught by the Uber stickers, which were perfectly stuck to the windshield of his car. He peeled the sticker out from there and tried rubbing the sticky area so that nobody could suspect that he was an Uber driver. Wasting no more time, Gale used the rearview mirror to fix his hair and buttoned up his shirt to the collar. It looked like he was getting ready to impress someone. It looked over and over again so until he was confident enough with his looks. Once he was done with his grooming session, he quickly took his phone out and tried to track the location of the woman who sent him the message. After he confirmed the location, he drove onto the way following the GPS tracker. Brandon Gale led a happy married life as his Facebook suggested. He had a newly born baby and posted a picture with him. Moreover, he often showed his love for his wife on social media, which again added on to his happy married life. Was the love showcased on social media was just for namesake? Things were yet to be cleared. Gale experienced a rush in his blood when he was about to reach his destination. He calmed himself down and recalled his family before getting off the car. Once again he checked himself and fixed his hair again for the second time. Putting a fake smile on, he got off the car and slammed the door of the car. As soon as he stepped out of the car, he noticed a lady who was a bit uncomfortable. She continued looking at her phone and was in search of someone. Her hunting eyes were looking at the number plates of various cars. Her hunt stopped when she successfully was able to read the number crafted on the number plate of Gale's car. She looked at Gale's car and yelled from the yard, "Hi, babe. I'll be right there." Gale, unaware of the situation, replied, "Awesome, because I'm starving." He could then sense that the lady was not alone, someone was there with her. Gale then explained to the lady why he was late. While doing so, he noticed that the man was taking no interest in his talks, hence he concluded that the man was not happy seeing him around. Gale lifelessly waved the man by and escorted the lady to the car. The lady managed to elope from the place with Gale. She was chirpy when she left the place, but once she reached near the car, she started shivering. She asked Gale to drive away from the place and she failed in hiding her terror. Gale could hear her panting, which made him start the car and get away from the place. Gale got no other option than to console her. To do so, he hugged her and assured that she was safe. She was all frightened, which Gale spotted already. He thought that it would be so indecent if he asked her questions, so he opened the door of the car and let her sit in. As she got in the car, she sighed and thanked Gale for being there for her. She was happy that she was safe, and without further expressing her happiness, she thought it better to explain what happened there and what was the text all about. The lady started by telling Gale that she was being followed by a man who made passes on her. The man standing there with her followed her from the fair, intending to escort her home. She was not getting good vibes from him, so she rejected the idea of going back with him. The lady was afraid to say no, so she came up with an instant idea of messaging the Uber driver through the app. After having her request accepted, she framed a story there and then, according to which she had texted her boyfriend and he was about to come to pick her up and together they would head back home. The text that baffled Brandon, Gale stated, "I just need you to act like you know me and that you're not my Uber driver." She did this so that she could easily make that man go out of her way. She confidently texted Gale in front of the man and smoothly handled the situation. Gale too used his presence of mind and removed the stickers of Uber from his car. With that, he managed to hide his wedding ring and groomed himself up so that he could get into the role of what he was asked for, that is, that lady's boyfriend. Brandon Gale successfully reached the destination. The lady was safe and was back home. He felt utterly happy for her as she had no follower, and he appreciated the lady's reaction in that stressful situation. After dropping her, Brandon went back to his home and narrated the whole story to his wife. After hearing Brandon's story, his wife was proud of him and stated that he was a hero. She was not jealous or suspicious but was proud. That was not all. His wife wanted the world to know about the heroic act that her husband portrayed. Hence, she posted the whole event on social media. Gale's wife shared the story on her m&rtv account. The proud wife expressed her happiness like, "This is my husband and I couldn't be more proud." When he posted this, he didn't think it'd get this kind of attention. Ladies and gents, if you need help, there are still good people out there. People requested Brandon's wife to ask him to share his first-hand experience. People flooded the messaging applications of Gale's wife with texts and requests. Such responses made Brandon share his experience, and he chose Facebook as a platform for sharing that. Brandon mentioned some other strange customers he's had so far. None of them were rude and even shared their personal problems with him. He got to hear many strange incidents, and when needed, he was ready to help them. He recalls, "In the short time that I've been an Uber driver, I've had a lot of interesting calls. I've transported mothers and their children from abusive homes to sanctuary. I've picked up couples who were still in mid-argument. This time, it was a bit different." He added, "Last night while driving for Uber, I got a call to pick up a woman from over by the fair. About 30 seconds after accepting the ride, the rider sent me a message via the app. 'When you get here, can you pretend to be my boyfriend?' Gale then added, she decided to try to break from the group and head to her car, but he insisted he was being a gentleman by following her. Gale was an honest and modest man. He did not reveal the name of the lady anywhere. Had Brandon been a bad person, he would have taken advantage of the situation and could have fled away with the lady wherever he wanted to. But he was a loyal husband and a loving father. He took it as a duty to make the lady feel safe and drove her back home. Gale explained the reasons why the lady did so. He informed people that the man offered the lady to drive her home. She clearly rejected the idea and instead chose to book an Uber. To her dismay, the man was stubborn, hence, she had to formulate a plan so that the man could get off her way. People assumed that Gale's wife would frown at him since he was a part of a big plan and was alone with the lady. To their dismay, Brandon's wife was way too cool and appreciated his work by posting it on social media. The trust and love that she had in Gale were commendable. His wife added to her post, "One day it'd be nice if none of this was necessary, but until then I'm glad there are still genuinely good people to stop possibly bad things from happening." By that, she meant that her husband was not just a hero on social media, but she considered Gale a real-life hero and felt honored being called his wife. The post Gale shared was on request of people. The post went viral and gained a lot of attention. He anyway made it clear that the aim of the post was not to seek attention but to aware people regarding their safety. Gale uploaded the story and the purpose of that was to educate men. He stated, "Ladies, if you have the Uber or Lyft app and you need an exit strategy, use the messaging system within the app. You can make special requests that could possibly save your life." He added, "This should never have had to happen. Men, learn to accept the word no as a response. Learn to take responsibility for your actions." As a father, he warned men that our sons are watching you and they're learning how to treat the women in their lives by example. Lead by a better one. Gale's messenger was flooded with texts from his friends. He was being praised for his actions. He shared, "I've had to pretend to be someone's boyfriend or brother when we were all out at a bar before, but never as an Uber driver," he added. "It's never too late to be an Uber hero." In an interview with Bored Panda, he said, "I wasn't really prepared for the attention that this would bring, but I'm trying to go with the flow for the most part. I think the overall message was clear. More people need to know that there are more escape routes out there than most people know, and I feel like we can do better." People were so proud of him for helping someone in a hard time. The lady must be lucky that her request was sent to a man like Brandon. He was an angel in disguise by all means for the lady. The humanity that he served was really appreciable, and he himself stood out as an example.